You have got to be kidding me. Just, just what? I mean, you saw it. I saw it. We all saw it. We saw it. The phenomenal performance from France and the United States in the gold medal game. There's no other words for it other than you saw it, I saw it, we saw it. We're going to break down from front to back how the game was played. We're going to break down Victor Wembanyama's performance in the game and what this means moving forward here on Spurs Digest with your host Keenan Warner. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Every Spurs moment, make it yours by taking a spur of a moment and hitting that. I got a couple things just to show. This Victor Wembanyama guy, 13.8 points, 10.2 rebounds, 3.6 assists, 2.2 steals, and 2 blocks throughout the entire tournament. This is in his first career Olympic Games. The guy can't even buy alcohol in America legally. This guy is only 20 years of age. He's a rising star of FIBA. One of the rising stars, but even more importantly, he was part of this five. You had Dennis Schroeder, who, for some reason, when he goes overseas and plays FIBA basketball, he turns into the quintessential best point guard in the league. You've got Steph Curry, who we're going to talk about here momentarily. You've got LeBron James, who is the king. You've clearly got Nikola Jokic, triple-double in their game, in their clinching bronze game, and then you've got none other than the kid, Victor Wembanyama. Wemby hasn't been playing well offensively throughout this entire tournament. That was a thing that he just was not doing. You didn't know it today, though. You had no idea about it today because he put up more points than Steph Curry, than LeBron James, than Joel Embiid, than all the MVPs on the other side of the basketball for the United States, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Jason Tatum, who just came off winning and going to the finals and being second up in finals MVP. You had all of these young to old to just superstar, to megastar, to whatever star you want to call them, supernovas, and Victor Wembanyama, the young kid, is the one who's leading the way scoring-wise, and you could argue had the most impact on the game offensively and defensively. This guy for the San Antonio Spurs moving forward is going to be a problem. He didn't just do it against like a couple of those guys like he saw during the regular season. It's a collection of all of them, and he still was like, you know what? All right, KD guarding me, doesn't matter. Okay, Tatum guarding me, doesn't matter. Oh, Bron's on me, doesn't matter. Sorry, Embiid, I'm going to hit you with a pump fake, in and out dribble, get to the basket. We're going to dunk that home. Like, the immense talent and what you see from Victor Wembanyama, you just see it and you just know. And this is a quote right here from Dwayne Wade is what, it just speaks so much volume even though not much is said. What your eyes see is what your eyes should believe when talking about Victor Wembanyama afterwards with Mike Tirico after that United States game. Wemby hit a big three early, and that three early let you know, okay, he's ready to play. He was getting to the basket downhill, he was blocking shots, and it took maybe a top five. It took a top 5 performance of Steph Curry's career. It took a top 3 moment of Steph Curry's career to upend Victor Wembanyama in France. It took 4 straight threes, bombs, for the United States to edge out France for gold. And that, I get it. Yerbaselli, he has been playing phenomenal basketball. He played his way into a contract 100%. He should be one of these teams, hopefully the Spurs, honestly. I know we've got a bunch of guard depth, but we could use some wing depth. We could use some wing and some big depth, and also giving a person that Victor Wembanyama has a relationship with outside of just basketball would be great. I think that Gerson Yabusele would be great addition for the San Antonio Spurs to go along with Zach Collins in the front court, to go obviously along with Victor Wembanyama. You got Julian Champagnie, who's a little bit bigger. Like, you have people who could go along with that as well. I think he'd be great. But he definitely played himself within an NBA contract. I don't know what his Euro contract is, but he should be receiving one of those real quick, at least the training camp. You've got Cornier and Fournier. They played solid, but they didn't have the games that they typically were having. The reason why they were in the game was because of Victor Wembanyama. And Victor Wembanyama ended the day with 26 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists on 11 of 19. And he's a silver medalist, and he cannot even drink. Legally in the United States, that is. I know overseas is a little different. But the world was able to show. This was one of the greatest games, honestly, I have ever seen. We got to witness everything in this game. We got to witness the past, the present, and the future. So we got to witness the past. Obviously, the past was Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, LeBron James. They're old. Obviously, they're playing present tense. But we got to witness how they've been the best players. LeBron for 20 years, Kevin Durant and Steph Curry for the last decade. We've seen them go through and just, Spurs fans know it. We saw Steph Curry in 2012, 2013, second round. He also put us up 44 in overtime. Obviously, Manu Ginobili, shout out to Manu for the dub, but goes puts up 44 in overtime, and like, oh yeah, this guy's going to be special. Yeah, we know. We knew this before 2015, before his first MVP. We knew this a few years back, but you get to see these guys, and then you get to see the present. You get to see Devin Booker playing. I know there's been a lot made of Jason Tatum, playtime, not playing time. You did see Jason Tatum playing. You saw Anthony Davis. You saw Joel Embiid. And then you got to see the future with Victor Wembanyama. You got to see the future of the NBA. You got to see the future of the world with that guy. And there's a quote that I want to show you guys here that he said after game. Legion Hoops posted it, Mike Finger. Victor Wembanyama, after winning a silver medal, he said, "I'm learning and I'm worried for the opponents in a couple years." The reporter asks, "In FIBA or the NBA?" Wemby said, "Everywhere." Everywhere. Yeah, we are a little nervous for you, buddy. We are very concerned for what you are going to do to the NBA, to FIBA, 2028 Olympics. Please watch out, because this guy's coming to take vengeance over the United States in your building, the same way you just took that away from him in their building. So, and they've got Alex Sarr coming up the pipeline. France has got so much talent coming up the pipeline too to go along with that. So, it every year it continues and continues and continues to get, the gap becomes a little closer. But Victor Wembanyama, an amazing performance. An amazing tournament, as you saw, 14-10, just preparing himself for the NBA season this coming year. And as I said before, and I'm going to say it again, we've seen players come off of their Olympic run and have some of their best years, especially people who are going into their prime. And you know what? Wemby's prime starting pretty early. We saw LeBron after his phenomenal year. Wade had his best season. Carmelo had a great season. Anthony Davis coming off of he was coming into a rookie year. He had a great rookie campaign. We have Kevin Durant coming off of that in 2012. Phenomenal season. All of these players coming off of the Olympics, when they're playing at their highest of peaks, they just play their best basketball because they've been playing basketball so consistently over the summer. They don't lose their shape. Watch out for this guy. The Spurs easily are going to be above 500 this season. The Spurs will firmly be in playoff contention from the start to finish. They've got Chris Paul. They've got Harrison Barnes out. It was Stephon Castle with all the depth they had last year. It's going to be way too much for the league to worry about. And then now we've got a guy who is hyper focused. I just want to show you a couple things. So we had Slam, shout out to Victor Wembanyama, the future is his. Check, you're correct. Jordan Clarkson, Wemby will win every award in the NBA. That's a championship, that's finals MVP, that's a regular MVP, that's defensive player of the year. Unfortunately, he won't win every because sixth man won't happen unless Pop wants to do the Manu thing with him. Or he won't need to win he might win most improved, to be quite honest with you. Put that on the board for this year. Most improved might be Wemby's this year. Anyways, Jordan Clarkson, another very good scorer in the NBA. And then we've got Giannis Antetokounmpo a couple weeks back. He has the chance to be the best, not at his age, not in Europe, but one of the best to ever play the game. He's 7'4" with handle. He's 7'4" with lateral quickness, in the paint quickness, with an 8-foot wingspan, with reach. 7'4", with touch, and with range. We've never seen anybody like this. Is Kevin Durant. This is Kevin Durant in pretty much Manute Bol's body. Or Rudy Gobert's body. We've never seen anything like it. There's truly an alien. He was talking to Kevin Durant after the game. Looked like he was 5-6 inches taller than Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant likes to say he's 6'9" because he loves to feel like he's a small forward. Kevin Durant, 7 foot. He's 7 foot, 6'11" at worst. And Wemby's towering over him. Just to give you an idea, a little idea of how big, tall, and just much of an alien and freak this man is. I want to, of course, shout out to the home country. Shout out to the United States for taking home the gold. Steph Curry, LeBron James, Kevin Durant did their thing, led the way against against France for the United States. But, we needed all of the heroics from the three greatest players of our generation to take down a 20-year-old. I'm going to leave it there. That's enough said. Let me know what you guys thought of France versus the United States. Let me know what you guys think about Wemby's upcoming season and the possibility for him moving forward with the San Antonio Spurs. This has been Spurs Digest with your host here, Keenan Warner. I appreciate all of you, and I will see you guys very soon.